Hey, subscribers, Ethan here. Okay, as this is recording, today is the day before live action of Lilo and Stitch is coming out sometime tomorrow. But today, there's the early scenes that I could go see how the live action of this movie will turn out. But I will tell you one thing though. I got this when I was young. On one of my birthdays, I was a young lad. But I'll say, one of those childhood times are right there. And I did rewatch it yesterday to see how the animation, the original, turns out. But I'll say, it was a great childhood I had back in the Disney times. They were good. Of course, Mama Treasure Planet and Lion King and all their Disney movies. But other than that, today, there's what's going to happen. So, as I take a recording till I go to the theaters, I will take a little recording and maybe just take a picture of that Lilo and Stitch poster if they have one. But other than that, I will say, I'm hoping this movie turns out really good. And I will hope that this will recover from all the mistakes that Disney made back in the days. I know some people say, oh, they're good. Some are bad. Yes, I know. I know what you guys are going to say. But other than that, all right. So as soon as I go over to the theaters, I will see you guys there and before start of the movie. So see you there, everybody. Here we are. We're at outside of the movie theaters where I'm at. So take a look. This is a poster that is in close to my theater. That's where I'm at. But I can tell you that when I walked around, what I saw around here, I saw there's a couple people. Maybe they're dedicated to the Lilo and Stitch. It seemed like interesting. But I guess who I got with. Hello, I am Stitch. He's gonna be with me for today's movie, and I will tell you, are you excited to see how the live action goes, Stitch? Yes, I am. Alright, so, therefore, what I'm gonna do is that sooner or later, I'm gonna pick up a friend of mine that lives around close to where I'm at, and he's gonna be watching it with me. So I can't wait to see how he says about the movie, and hopefully this movie turns out pretty good, as some people say, and some people don't care about it and don't like it. But well, we'll see how that goes. So very soon, I'm gonna be walking in there. Right in there, right there. So, therefore, I'll see you guys after the movies. And Stitcher here will be with me for the review. So, can't wait to see how that goes. Huh, Stitch? Yeah. I can't wait. Alright, let's do it. Okay, we're back at my place. So, with Stitch here I am. He's pretty excited. I was awesome! Yup. Don't blame you, man. But I'll say though, as after I watched the live action, now finally I can speak of my own thoughts of what I thought of the movie. Well, I will say though, if you're wondering how the pacing was and all that, pacing, it's alright. I mean, I'll say it wasn't terrible either, but I'll say there are some elements to the movie. There was like some differences that I saw. Was obviously, I'm not gonna say what we say. But I feel like some parts of the movie we watched, it just felt like it took away some great charms from the original was. And I will say though, that if you're wondering how the story went, it's pretty much almost the same thing as the original, really. Yeah, but I do know that at the beginning of the movie, let's say Stitch here was actually got captive in like you guys saw in the trailers, you'll see Stitch is in some glass barrier thing or some glass barrier thing is that. So that's because they were capturing because of Jumbo created something crazy experiment, and everybody was like, what? Really? And of course they had to exile him for reason, because he could be the ultimate weapon towards the aliens there in the spaceship. Right, Stitch? And my favorite line is this: Manifesta! At least that line was in it, so... Hey, man, I like this trailer right here from Subo. That made me laugh a lot. I'll admit, at least they made a funny advertisement on stage. That's right! Yup. I will tell you though, the story is almost the same thing as the original, but except changes, of course. I will not spoil it for you, to be safe. Well, let's say the first act that I saw. Pretty cool. But of course, when you get to the final part of the movie, there's like, what? Yeah, I know, like, I know. To me, I'm just like, come on, man. It could have been better. It could have really been better. For those who watched the original. Sorry, I had to cough that. Especially, that's my expression about what I saw the last part of it. Like, come on, man, really? But I'll tell you though, the way I understand this whole thing, the first part was not as bad, but the third part, well, it was kind of hit or miss for me. But at least the good thing about this movie is, at least it has some faithfulness parts in it, so that's good. Kind of like the one that when Stitch has his own, when he puts his finger on the what do you call the disc thing? At least that is in there. So thank God it's still in there. Woo! My God, I like that part a lot. But I'll say though, those of you who are wondering, how's the music? Some music was actually decent, pretty decent. Especially the beginning song was decent. Hawaiian roller coaster ride. That is actually pretty good though. I wouldn't say it's better, but I liked it, so yeah. I will say, Chris Sanders, who played this little guy, he did a great job. Did a fabulous job as Stitch as always. Yep. I think he was in the ballpark with Stitch this time. Who plays Lilo? Lilo? I actually liked her in this one. She's actually doing a decent job. And, of course, Nani, however, as you guys saw, no offense, guys, but her character is kind of iffy for me. It isn't terrible either, but I was iffy about her character. I'm not going to say why. You guys will have to watch it for yourselves. Just so you guys get that picture of what's going on. But to me, of course, there's Jabba and Pikmin in there. And they were, the development between those two, it just didn't seem like they have much development that was in the original. And some parts of it, I just wish it was just like the original. Of course, the problem is Disney isn't going to keep everything it was in the original. So, yeah, it's kind of obvious. But it's great! Stitch, you goof. Sorry about that, guys. He's already been going goof off about what I'm telling you. But, yeah. Yeah, and, of course, just a warning, guys. If those of you watched the original, just gotta tell you right now, spoiler alert, if you guys don't want to watch this part, I would just skip it towards maybe like a minute ahead. So I'll just wait for you guys to jump off, and I'll tell it. Okay, if those of you who jumped off, good. I wouldn't pay attention to it until you watch it. For those of you who don't mind spoil and rather listen to it, alright, you asked for it. But I'll say though, I will say that the ending of the movie, well, I hate to tell you this, but they changed the ending. And the ending, after I saw, I was like, really? 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 I mean, I guess you could say I would just wish could have been better. But, of course, there is two things that I was not a big fan of, but I will not speak about it. But those of you wondering, is this one specific character like Gentoo in there? Unfortunately, I hate to disappoint you all, but he's not in it. I know. Those of you are wondering, hey, he's an important character to be in the movie. Yeah, I know. I agree with you, some of you, but the problem is Disney kind of want to change something different, and I don't get it myself. But I mean, I guess you say Gentoo really made a better role in that movie. He really did for the original. But now this time, let's just say there is a character who will take that spot instead. I can't say who. You have to watch it for yourself. Because if I say it, it'll be a spoiler. But those who are wondering, hey, who is this one who is gonna take over? Well, I could definitely say this. It's some character that you guys would be recognized throughout the Lilo and Stitch series, original, Lilo and Stitch 2, and all the other things that you guys know about. But I cannot say who. Because if I say who, you guys will be spoiled. So, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to say who it is. You guys will have to watch it for yourselves. So, yeah. But I will say though, I like it. Yeah, I don't like this Stitch. Okay, so those are wondering what's my rating of this movie and what are my thoughts on it. Well, I would definitely say the movie itself wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible as the other remakes, that's for sure. But it is decent enough to say it's almost better than most of them, including especially Snow White. Don't get me started with Snow White drama, but I'm not going to speak about it these days. That'd be for another video, if I do make another one. But, yeah, I would definitely say Lilo and Stitch, it was a fun movie. It was a fun movie for original. And live action. Live action was decent enough to watch. And if those are wondering, hey, what's my rating? My rating, if it goes to 10 score, I would definitely give it maybe around 7.5 out of 10 on that one. Well, obviously, I have my own reasons. At least the movie itself, at least some parts of the movie, was faithful, thankfully. It was faithful, just like the original, except for some parts particular, which I'm not going to speak of, but there's a few parts in the movie where it kind of, how could you do this to me? How did you do this to me? Who watched the original Lilo and Stitch when I was younger? It's okay, Ethan. It's okay. Thank you, Stitch. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just can say I missed the original a lot. And this is the reason why I watched the original before the live action. Just so that way I prepare for the worst. And turns out, I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought. But I would definitely say I would definitely prefer this one over Beauty and the Beast, Lion King live action, and Pinocchio, obviously, and especially Shivers, Snow White. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but I guess you could say Lilo and Stitch was really enjoyable. It really was. So if I were you guys, I would take your kids out to watch this movie. And those your, those who watched the original, if you guys really, really hoping it's gonna be like just like the original, I'm sorry, but I don't expect it is just like the original in some parts. But some parts are like the original. Just most of it was a bit different. It's almost like on its own in a way. But yeah. So again, I'll say it again. There's no Gentoo in this movie. I'm sorry, guys. There's no Gentoo. I wish he was in it. I agree with you, but I guess Disney kind of really want a difference. So what can you expect from the company at least? So yeah. Other than that, enough of my rants. I will definitely end the video. Alright. I got you guys all. If you guys stick to this video a long time, I appreciate you guys to watch it all the way through. And if you guys skip it to here, congratulations. You're end of my review for Lilo and Stitch live action. So, alright. I'm gonna tune out. This is Ethan signing out. I hope you all have a nice movie night or gaming night. See you, everybody. See ya.